Yes, you are still watching This Morning on ITV. It's time now for our first talking point, where we'll be looking at, of course, the 2023 election and the demand of the women, of course, women in politics. We have seen in recent time that they have been agitating for a piece of legislation that will give them some opportunity to have appointed position as well as elected position. But that, of course, was thrown out. But you want to ask, is there a need for that, to be captured in any piece of legislation when the women constitute the majority of voters? So why can't they, have themselves in any of the political party and then go to the polls and have themselves elect themselves, and at the end of the day you discover that they will, of course, emerge victorious? It is really a difficult task. We have seen in 2015 when even one of them was a presidential candidate, they didn't really vote for her. Well, to look at this and other issues bordering on 2023 election and women participating in the election, I have with me an advocate on gender equality and equally a politician, Tari Oba Oliver. Very good morning and welcome.
Good morning to you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So, of course, the election is just by the corner.
Yeah.
We have between today, 4th of April, to 3rd of June to have primaries conducted and names submitted to, of course, the umpire. Women, can they really participate?
Yes, and there's nothing stopping women from participating right now. So it's about us just coming out to go out there and get it. Because we have seen over time that the men are really taking advantage of the women and the conditions around the elections. But now INEC is doing a lot to see that votes will count. And by so doing, the issues surrounding violence around the elections is also going to be taken care of by a lot of what INEC has done. So if that is going to be the case, as we are hoping, that elections now will not be as difficult as what we went through 2019, 2015, then I'm sure a lot of women should be able to come out and contest and contend with the men.
Yeah, but you said the men have always taken advantage of the women. That is not true.
It is. The circumstances.
To take the back seat.
No, it's yes, you can say that. But when you feel that you don't have an opportunity of emerging, you don't want to go through the process. So when there's a lot of violence, you see women facing a lot of challenges. And, it's not everybody that wants to do that. You don't want to go out there without the opportunity of emerging, because when you lose an election, it's almost like it takes you another 4 years to recover. So a lot of women have come out. The next time you don't see them, another set comes out. The next time you don't see them. So what are the chances that women are going to emerge? Because if they do not see other women emerging, they are not encouraged to participate. So until the process becomes so free and fair that women can actually have the votes and get the votes. Sometimes people vote for you and it's not counted. Okay, so but this is what INEC is saying. This time around is going to be different. So that is going to encourage a lot of women to come out to participate in the process. So it's the conditions surrounding the electoral process. That is what deterres and that is what discourages a lot of women.
But if the women actually put it on the doorstep of electoral violence and ability to get the ticket, canvass and vote, they may not really get it. There's the politics, as far as this climb is concerned, is from the very moment you obtain your form or expression of interest.
It even begins before then. Yes. 4 years before then.
Yes. So, and then from there you now begin to see how you can emerge as the flag bearer, and then from there you now begin to see how contesting with other candidates of other political parties, how you will, of course, cajole voters to believe in your agenda,
yes.
so to speak. So from the very beginning, where after obtaining your ticket, you know, there are series of meetings. You know, and these meetings are done at all times.
Yes.
You know, at night. Can a woman be able, you know, to be available in all the meetings that will take place at all times?
That is why I'm even saying that. If you wait until you purchase your form, you are late. It begins at least 4 years to that time where you're forming the structure from the ward level to the local government level and to the state, because all of those people are going to have a say if you're running for, let's say, House of Assembly or House of Reps or Senate or even the governorship. Do you understand? So if you are not interested in who is your delegate before the delegate even emerges, so there are times that you might end up not even having one single vote, because politics is local, there are interests involved, there are people that know people, there are people that will protect other people's interests.
People that will talk to people,
yes, if I know that I'm going to run for a position, for instance, I have to start supporting other people to also emerge so that they can also support me.
That's politics.
So, yes, that's politics. So if you are waiting until you purchase the form before you can start all of this, you are late. Honestly, and this is what some people do not know. So when you come in late, they ask you to go and join the queue.
No, of course, it's a queue thing.
Yes, so you go join the queue and wait until it gets to probably your turn, you know. But the issues of late night meetings, we are saying that people should not be career politicians. So like, have your business, have something else you're doing, then still add value to the political system. So if people are going to go to their normal jobs, where is the time to have daytime meetings? So it's almost like, okay, so everybody's doing their own thing during the day, and once it's night, you have like an extra time to have meetings. So, but initially I thought it was calculated to shortchange the women, because they know women cannot come out at that time.
At that time, night, because they want to stay with the family, they want to stay with the kids.
But if you need to be on the field, you need to take off the mindset of being a woman, keep it aside, and get into the field like a man.
Who will not take care of the kids?
No, see, listen, if you are going to be a woman in politics, you must make provisions for backup. Like I have backup moms. I have like 2 backup moms. You know, because sometimes even your backup moms want to do other things. So maybe there's nobody around for the kids. So apart from your paid staff, you must have at least 2 backup moms, of which I use every time. I just say, Mom, see, I need to move, I need to move. Okay, bring the kids. Then they're gone. You know, so it's the life of a female politician. It's not easy. So that's where a lot of women have lots of challenges. And again, it has to do with your spouse. Does he understand the game? Is he in support of what you're doing? Does he think that, does he feel insecure if you have to go out at night and stuff like that? You know, there are times that my husband just has to go book into a hotel because of me. We stay there, and after meetings and all that, we go back. And in the event that he's so tired he can't drive, because he doesn't even want me going by myself sometimes, you know. So there are times that, well, it's not every time he can be there. There are times you have to travel. There are times that you just have not, that is, you are not just able to stop certain things. And sometimes these meetings come with very short notices. And once it's a short notice, then you have to move. But before now, he was always trying his best to see how he was a bit worried. But now he knows that, okay, he's older in the game.
Let me give you a scenario that played out when, of course, the founder and CEO of the Osasusho, Osasui Benedon, hosted the governor of Abia State, Biazum. And while he was talking to journalists, he said, politics is actually turn by turn.
Okay.
Yeah. And we asked, what do you mean by turn by turn? He said, at the time, he already had PhD.
Yeah.
You know, he was a lecturer.
Yes.
In Nigeria University in Suka. And that he wanted to contest for chairman. He bought everything, and he was so shocked that before the date given for primaries were already done and dusted. And he was angry, and they told him, come. you are just coming on board. There are people on the queue. And they told him, his PA, the man that was carrying his bag, that the party has actually zoned it to him to be the next chairman. He was his PA. And okay, now what you are going to do is that you are going to be his campaign director. You know? Yeah. But he was so angry when he got back home, and in his quiet time, he was just reflecting on what he was told by the party chieftain, that it is turn by turn. So he came out, supported his PA, his once PA, and the guy emerged. And the party, structure saw the humility in him, and that was how he came on board, like that, until he became a governor for 2 terms now. He's in 2nd term now. So it's about patience, it's about waiting for your turn, it's about queue. Yeah. Women, are they willing and ready to join the queue and wait for their turn? Okay, so let me tell you, I've been in my party, the PDP, for 19 years now. This year is my 19th year in the party. I have worked, I have served, we have done all the voters registration, we have done those jobs that people are not ready to take up. You understand? We have done all of those grassroots work, and we have consistently, when you do volunteer job without expecting anybody to reward you, without expecting anybody to give you anything in return, you don't feel entitled to any contract or any sort of, you don't feel any sort of entitlement. We have done all of that. So women are the most patient. Women are the ones who do those jobs, most times not recognized. Women are the ones holding the party structure down. You hardly find women even in the campaign. If they believe in the cause, they believe in it, and they are just there, holding forth. So when it comes to staying on the queue, women are on the queue. But most times, you find out that when it comes to reward, the men just come from nowhere, just like, and grab it. So that's why women cannot grab. If they cannot grab, why are they in politics? No. You cannot say we have to change our nature and be aggressive like men. No, they're not aggressive. Sometimes like what you said, they just come whap. It comes with aggression sometimes. Yes, it does. And because of the nature of women, women nurture, women are calm, women are mothers, they talk to them, it's easy for them to listen or say, let go the next time. You know how many women have let go several times? So it's not that women are not working in the structure. It's not that women are not patient. It's not that women are doing anything that is not supposed to be done. It's just that aggressive nature of men sometimes. But women, have they conscientized themselves? It starts from there. Well, are they willing to vote for themselves? I think that women will vote for themselves. But when people talk about women not voting for themselves, if we talk about what it takes to emerge as a candidate, now, how many women are in the party structure? How many women are going to turn out as delegates? So the men, that's why we are asking the men to support us, because if you are going to count on only the votes of the women as we speak right now, you're going to lose election, because it's not even enough to win. So we are counting on the support of the men to say, guys, we've supported you over the years. Can you please support us at this point? Is that how it's supposed to be? Yeah, but what else are you going to do? You don't have the numbers in terms of the party structure. Because before, let's take presidential for instance, you need to, the criteria is former presidents who are still in the party, sitting, former governors who are still in the party, senators, serving senators, reps, assembly, party chairman, and all of these figures, when you put them together, how many are female? So you can see that, it's so you have already lost if you are looking just for the votes of the women. So, but that's why we are saying that, you know what, when it comes to the crowd outside, we have the numbers. So any party that does not give women the fair share, then the women out there will not vote for you. But you see, it depends on the party. Yeah. This criteria you just rolled out. It's almost standard for every party. Yeah, but there are some parties, new parties that are coming on board, and in fact, many women are even floating parties because of these, this very tight
Yes.
the requirements.
Yes,
They may not really get it in these other big ones.
But then...
Yeah, but they just want to be on the ballot.
Yes.
And for you to be on the ballot, you get...
Is it just about being on the ballot?
Yeah, if not so, we have seen them on the ballot.
It's not just women that fly new parties, both male and female. Yeah, it's not just women that fly.
But recently, we have seen that the women are aggressive with,
women are not aggressive. We are just emphasizing on what
when it comes to flying political parties, we have seen them, on the front row.
Yes, yes, and it's about political participation. If you cannot get it here, there's nothing stopping you from getting it the other way. And it's not just women, like I said. Both male and female, both parties have tried to fly smaller parties. But because I'm not in a smaller party, I really do not pay so much attention, because I believe that if you are in a party that has structure, you can leverage on that and you win on your election, So it's more like you have more hope and more faith if you are in a well-structured party. Like my party.
Well, all the parties are well structured. Otherwise, the hammer of INEC will come and the party will be delisted.
So you can see a lot of them were delisted.
So if you're not well structured, you won't survive.
Yes.
You will not survive.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's one thing to vie for a position, another thing to get it, and then of course the next thing will be to actually do the job for which you've been elected. You have been elected to do. And we have seen that in time past, the jobs are not perfectly done by women who are elected to do.
Can you give me an instance, please? Yes,
well,
you are the one making the allegation.
No,
you are the one.
No, it's not.
You are the one because men have been in power for 61
years
in Nigeria. So where is the woman? Where has the woman failed in the case of Nigeria? Take Nigeria now. No, let's take Nigeria as a constituency. The men have been in power for 61 years. What other definition of failure do you need?
Now, when you talk about 61 years of men being in charge, you're looking at it from the presidential level.
No, because
let me tell you, there are other positions, many positions that the women were given on a platter of gold, and they didn't perform. Okay. For example, if you go to River State, all the vice chairmen are women.
So when you are done,
what have they to show?
Let me tell you. When somebody has a mental problem, a madman, you don't go about taking the person to the spa, having pedicure, manicure, and stuff like that. That's exactly how dysfunctional if the seat of the president is not attended to. And you want to tell me about local government chairman. What would the local government vice chairman do in the Nigeria scenario right now? What can they do? You tell me.
The local council is for the people.
Is it functional? Is it functional? Are we allowing it to function? Are we not running a system whereby the president from Abuja, from here in Abuja, is taking care of 774 local governments? You are providing security. You are the one that will sell oil, give everybody money. You are the one, oh, my children, don't worry, I'm okay. I can take care of you. Are we getting anything right with this system of government? So the buck stops at the president. Yes. Until we get it right, it's almost like a madman. You're going to have a pedicure, manicure, and say, oh, you're dirty, oh, you need to bathe, and you have mental problem. So let us solve the case of the mental instability. Then before you cannot say, okay, people are vice chairmen of local governments, and they are not delivering on their duties.
Yeah, but we just talked about turn by turn now. We just talk about standing on the queue.
Yeah, so women have been on the queue.
So the point, why can't we start?
61 years.
Why can't we start at the local council?
What is happening at the local council? No. What is there now? What can you do?
There are many things happening there.
Okay, please tell me what can be done.
You are a politician. You know how these things are done.
Let me tell you, the buck stops at security. What will you do if you cannot secure lives and properties? Who has the right to secure lives and properties as we talk now in this country?
If nothing is happening there, are you saying
we need to change the men?
Yes, we should scrap the
men need to leave. They've failed for 61 years. You cannot continue. No. We can't continue like this. No, we can't continue. You cannot say women should go and be a vice chairman at the local government level.
I'm only saying they can start from there.
Start what now? You tell me what they can do now. You tell me.
Since it is difficult,
primary healthcare, secondary healthcare, everything is in the hands of the president as we speak. Education, ASFI is on strike. So what can you do as a local government chairman? Vice chairman, for instance, as you are saying that the women should do something.
No,
if they want women to do something, they should vacate the #1 seat. Then you will see what will happen in this country.
No, it is an elective thing.
That is what I'm saying.
Go to the polls. Go to the polls. If you have the crowd, you can actually clean the seat.
We get there.
But if you think that the men will just give it to you on the platter of gold, like the bill, like the 35% affirmative bill that you tried to push in through the back door,
we will vote them out.
Was knocked out.
We will vote them out. All of those people that voted against those bills will be voted out. Give me bets. They will not return back there. I am telling you. We are going to vote. We have the numbers.
When you have the numbers,
we will vote them out.
But they don't listen to you. Guys don't listen to yourself.
We vote them. No, it's not just about. You see, when we talk about,
you have the numbers, but you don't listen to yourself.
Don't worry.
You don't believe in yourself.
Don't worry. You will see things start changing. It's about the girl child is not educated, and that is the truth. So by the time we focus more on educating the girl child, we'll be able to get results, we'll be able to reason together, we'll be able to see things and collectively pursue something. So the problem, how many young men are giving out to marriage at a very young age? So when the girl child gets into child marriage, she's not educated. So you have an uneducated child becoming a mother. So how much result do you want from such a situation? So we are going to focus on the girl child education. And by the grace of God, when they are educated, the men we will give them a run for that money.
When will that be?
Very soon.
How soon?
It's as soon as I'm talking to you. Yes.
Okay, if you're just joining us, the program is this morning on ITV, and we're looking at 2023 election, and of course the role of the women. They say that they want gender equality, and some persons say, well, this equality you are talking about, do you think it will be possible in this climate, equality? Well, it has been with an advocate, of course, on gender equality, Tari Oba Olivia. We've been looking at this issue, and you can see how passionate she is. She wants the women to actually get the #1 seat. That is, they just want to occupy the villa. But yes. Is that possible?
Yes, it's very possible. You see, there is a time where a society gets to, and we understand that we cannot do it any other way. You see, you cannot continue repeating failure and expect a different result.
Nobody has failed.
Let me tell you, the system has failed.
Nobody has failed.
The Nigerian men have failed for 61 years.
No Nigerian man has.
They have failed for 61 years. You know why? Because you see, you can see my constitution is right here. The #1 and the most pressing, in fact, the duty of government is the protection of lives and properties. What have we seen in this country? There is no guarantee that if you leave your house, you're going to get to your destination. There is no guarantee that if you sleep, you are going to wake up in this country. There is no guarantee that if you go to the market, there is none. Everybody is waiting on the line to die in this country. Everybody, because those that have died, let me tell you, those that have died, they have not done anything wrong.
Let me hold you there.
They have not done anything wrong. These are law-abiding citizens.
Hold on, Tari. Hold on.
Going about their daily chores, and they get slaughtered. And you guys that are the men, you are telling me to hold on?
No, hold on.
Okay, I'll hold on.
Just hold on.
I'm listening to
you. I know how it is when we get to this level.
Hold on. Just laugh about it. These are human lives.
Hold on, Tari. Let's look at the issues, in context.
Okay.
That break, we'll be looking at 2023 election and women participation. Recently, that bill that talks about 35%, affirmation for women didn't really see the light of the day. And do they have option B? If they do, that the tickets are so expensive, can they really pay? If they can pay, that they have to also rely on their husbands or spouse to, bring bulk of the money. So where do we stand when it comes to women participation in politics? Will it ever work in Nigeria? So let's get your concluding comment on this, Tari.
Well, Nigerians have to support women. In Senate climes, people donate, people contribute towards the politicking, towards elections, because that's the only way you have a stake And that's the only way. Somebody somewhere is not funding the process and hijacking the process. So if Nigerians actually want a country of the dream, they must contribute to the process. They must engage. They must volunteer. And that is the only way that women can emerge. And thank God, Nigerians are waking up to this fact. And they're supporting women. You can see recently that a lot of people, women have been supported to purchase their farms, to engage and all of these things. And the support is going to continue. And trust me, Nigerians are going to shock the men this time around.
So what about horse trading? When it comes to horse trading, you know, the same men that give you that support, would they be, you know, out there to also provide the resources for horse trading?
Well, it's not just about men, in quotes now. When we say citizens that love their country, it's both male and female. And if you know what you want and you try to find out the policies of the person you're supporting, and if you align with it, you're going to follow through the process. And like I said before, without the support of the men, women can really not emerge because women don't have the numbers. So men, despite the fact that we are saying that men have failed and they should step aside, there are still good men out there. There are lots of men out there that are ready to try women out this time, because the system has failed both men and women. So if the system has failed both men and women, shouldn't men at this point decide to say, okay, let's throw our weight? Because there's nobody you've seen that has emerged over the years that was not supported by both male and female. So if the people that are supporting, if they were able to support the men, shouldn't they support women this time around to see if, at least give them the benefit of doubt if they're going to see?
How many women want this support?
I think every woman wants the support, because I get calls every single day about women looking for support. So women are actually looking for support. Yes, they are.
All right, thank you for your time with us on the program.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Okay, viewers, that's the most we have on this discussion segment. It has been with an advocate on gender equality and equally a politician. I just hope she can be able to get the ticket, in fact, buy the form, get the ticket, and then contest with the men. Tari or Bolivia, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. God bless you.
Yeah, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, the program continues.